Hello everybody, it's been a while since I did a factory tour because I haven't actually been playing the game. As you guys probably realized in my previous, I had actually completed everything, unlocked everything, so I figured instead of just rushing at every update and completing every update, I'll wait for a couple updates to come and then start playing again. And as you can see, there are sections missing out of my filter. Those are things that have already been moved back into the factory. That I'm working on, and I'm working on rebuilding my factory. This is basically going to be another factory tour video. As you guys are already aware, there's where my sulfur comes in, my copper goes down, but as you probably noticed, there's no real belts up top. What happened to my belts? I'll show you in a moment. Okay, as you can see, as I've previously mentioned, I don't like floating factories, so my factory does have pillars holding it up. We'll go take a tour underneath first, because that's where everything goes into the factory. And when I say everything goes into the factory, I mean you can see my my crude oil going in right there, and then here's all my other belts going in. We got right now we have limestone, sulfur, copper, quartz, Caterium, and well, I think that's all I got coming in underneath. Yeah, I think that's all that's coming in underneath. But this is my basically where everything comes into the factory now. And as you can see, I still got everything held up by pillars because no floating factory. It is a pretty huge factory. I don't have any power production built yet because don't need it yet because I'm still in a work in progress. The only power production I have is my geyser power, which I never took down when I dismantled my factory. Why would I? Okay, so first off, we're going to take a jaunt up to the roof and see what's up there. Okay, as it stands right now, all that's really up there, that's where my space elevator and my hub are. Probably put something else up here, maybe coal power. I don't know, haven't decided whether or not want coal power or not. May or may not need it. May wait for nuclear power. That's the next update anyway. So there's not a whole lot on the second floor. I mean on the top floor. But the second floor, that's where things get interesting. My main factory floor. And I'm doing a super main bus build. As you can tell, like right there, I have something coming off of that one. That's coming off of there. That's coming off of that one. So basically it's one giant bus down the middle that has 56 different belts that I can pull stuff off of. And like this is my iron ingot production. It's currently halted right now because I still had leftover iron ingots that I'm dumping into the production line. So those are all turned off, so this can dump, and then I'll dismantle it. Right next to that, right there, we have, of course, the copper ingot production line, also turned off with the storage right there that's dumping into the production line. But I'm actually using copper ingots, so that line doesn't move. I am, however, using the iron ingots, so that line does move occasionally. Okay, this is of course my Caterium ingot production. Goes right there, and basically comes down and feeds into the 5 smelters. And then here's my steel production line, and I'm curious as why it doesn't look like it's running. It has. Why is it not producing? It's got more than enough coal. It's got more than enough. Huh? Did I have a power problem? Oh no! It already backed up. It's already full. That would explain it. Okay, so even my steel production line is full, and basically I just pull them off. Those storages are overfull and they'll be removed, and I just pull off whatever belts I need. And because of the lifts, I can just one main bus, just pull off wherever I need it, and yeah, right here, pulling off. I can just pull off wherever I need it and run it through. Not a problem. So let's follow these down. Whoop. Actually, let me show you the main bus where it comes up to this floor. Because it actually, I think it looks pretty cool. It's going to be walled in better, but it's walled in. Okay, so from this angle it looks like a mess, but it looks pretty cool when you get over here, because it got slopes up and then those. And that's how it looks on each area. And basically this is my main belt coming up from the first floor. Now we'll follow the ingots down to the first floor, because you'll probably notice that they didn't go back up to the ingot belt up here. That's because they went into the buffer box before they go into the main bus. So now I could have utilized this space a little bit better instead of just having 4 downs, but the 4 is actually all that would fit here anyway, because then I would have to be bringing belts over other machines and everything, so that's fine. So this is the first floor, and basically that's my buffer boxes. There are 56 boxes. Each one has a certain item in it, like this. Here's my steel ingots, goes right there. And this is where the belts come up from below. And I can, if I need to, split a belt and make double of any of the resources if I need them. Because as you can see, I've got a bunch of belts I am actually not using currently. Again, dumper boxes, dumping overflows before I hook up the main line. And this is the area where they go to the second floor. And I try to keep it as neat and organized as possible. As you can see, all the belts are pretty much uniform, and they all go up to the second floor. And so this is, as you can see, my current. That's where my coal comes in over there, because that box right there is a buffer box. I was going to put the coal generators along that wall, but I haven't decided yet. And of course, here's my iron input, which I just realized is empty. Oh, that's because I turned on one of the production lines shortly. These are not turned on currently, but yeah, because again, don't need them yet. And so that is my current factory in progress. As you can see, I just added the ingots and the ores are pulled out of my sorter at the moment, because they are now being produced in the factory. And as I transfer things into the factory to start being made, of course my auto sorter here will slowly vanish. And so that is the tour of my current factory work. And as you can tell by the main bus, it is huge, 56 lines on it. And there's a lot of things that won't be in there, like I'm obviously not going to put uranium in my factory. I don't want my whole factory radiated. So 56 buses should be enough currently. But if they do add more, I can always expand width-wise. I can make it wider so I can have a wider bus. Or if I need more room to manufacture, I can always make the factory longer. It's pretty long as it is, so shouldn't have that problem. And so that is my current mini factory. I mean, I'm not building a mega factory, obviously, because I mean, you see people with these mega factories that are takeoff. I'm one little square in the map is my factory. I mean, I do have belts running across the map. Of course, I will eventually switch that to trains when they come out, which is probably the next update. So, until next time, that is a tour of my current Satisfactory factory. And I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.